Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
To throw on second down, Rich. And he will find his man on the outside. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Stanley, and he'll work down inside the 45. The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
On 4th down, Rich. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he is going to have a Falcons first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st down, Rich. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throwing quickly here, and he's got Jacobs. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Now a give right side. Stanley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Rich. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Following the sack, they go from the 13 on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Rich. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the Falcons score to cap it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game.
And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
Fancy footwork at the 45. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And I think the ball's out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. From the 16, Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window. He sings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air, escaping the pressure right.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, it's Stanley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Rich. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Rich. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Rich. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Up the middle they go. It's Stanley. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
They'll run on first down. Stanley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun. Rich flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Falcons have moved out in front.
He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament, and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert now. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Falcon football. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Off play action. Rich. He hits Jacobs here on the crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Down inside the 40. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Rich. Wilson's got it complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Stanley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Looking to throw. Rich. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. And New York set to take the field.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Operating from the gun. Rich. Over the middle, complete. It's Freeman.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. To throw on 2nd down. Rich.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Back to throw. Rich. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. So they'll walk him back half the distance. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A give, running left is Campbell. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Again, they run with Campbell. And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, McKay, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Herbert. In trouble, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are back within a score in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Looking to throw on second down. Rich. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rich. He finds his man. Complete. That's Stanley. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see them drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Stanley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw on second down. Rich. And he's got his big tight end here. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We begin with a couple of teams who have not had a ton of success in recent seasons. Arizona taking on Tampa Bay. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front in the second quarter. The Bucs trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Joe Burrow has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Panthers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentator, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Yeah, he'll find Hall. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run on first down. McKay, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down now, McKay, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. That's caught by Ware. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They go up the middle with Campbell. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Working with a 2nd and 3. On the handoff, here's Campbell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Gordon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw. Rich, quick throw to Freeman on the slant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, it's Stanley, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on first down. It's Stanley, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Rich. Touchdown, Falcons! From 3 yards out as they have taken the lead.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll give to the big man, Campbell. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with a big man, Campbell, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. Back to throw here, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, McKay. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. McKay. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he probably... And he's got it! Touchdown, Giants! From 8 yards out. And the Giants have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now for the point after. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. A 10-play drive that time. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Feature touchdown pass number 30 on the year last time he had the ball. He'll look to build on things here, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's got it. This is Ware. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Herbert got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Again, Herbert forced out to his left. There's Hall bringing in another one. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Up the middle they go. McKay, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Buying time to his left.